You have stayed in 100 hotels in your life, and the towels have always been white. Not eggshell, not cream, not muted gray. Pure white, folded into perfect rectangles, stacked on a shelf above the toilet. And you have never asked why. Hotels could pick any color. They could match the lobby palette. They could brand them. They could go beige to hide stains the way every house in America does. But every chain on earth, Marriott, Hilton, the boutique hotel down the street, the Motel 6 by the highway, picked the exact same color, white. There's a reason for it that has nothing to do with aesthetics and everything to do with bleach blood and bedbugs. 3 things you'd rather not think about while drying your face. Here on the reason why. Walk into any hotel room in any city and head into the bathroom. The towels are white. Walk into a Hilton in Tokyo and a Best Western in Tucson and a boutique hotel in Lisbon, and the towels are white. Stay at a 5-star resort in the Maldives and a roadside motel outside Cleveland, and the towels are white. There is no industry meeting where this was decided. No regulation requires it. No marketing team is sitting in a Marriott boardroom defending the color choice. And yet, every hotel chain on earth converges on the same shade. The convergence is the clue. When unrelated companies all make the same choice, there is almost always money behind it. The first reason starts in the hotel basement. A 3-room hotel goes through 500 towels a day. Between bath towels, hand towels, washcloths, and pool towels. None of that is washed in-house. It goes to a commercial linen service that processes 1 million pounds of fabric a week across dozens of hotels at once. And that linen service has exactly one chemistry that works at scale: chlorine bleach. Bleach destroys stains and kills bacteria and viruses in a single wash cycle. But chlorine bleach also strips dye out of any colored fabric. So the entire industry standardized on the only color you can run through industrial bleach without losing the color: white. Now imagine a hotel that decides to run colored towels, sage green to match the lobby tile. The linen service can no longer run those towels through chlorine bleach. They have to use color-safe oxygen-based bleach instead, which costs more and works less well. Stains have to be pre-treated by hand. The wash cycles have to be longer. Worst of all, the colored towels can't be batched with the white sheets and white pillowcases because any cross-contamination of dye in a hot wash will discolor the entire batch. So the linen service has to run 2 separate streams, 2 sets of machines, 2 sets of chemicals, 2 sets of staff. And they pass that cost back to the hotel. But here's the second reason, and nobody puts it in the brochure. White towels and white sheets exist so housekeepers can spot bedbugs in 2 seconds. A bedbug is the size of an apple seed and a dark reddish-brown color. On a beige sheet, you'd never see one. On a white sheet, you can spot one from across the room. Same with the dark blood rust spots they leave behind on a mattress seam. White is the color of the bedbug detection grid that runs across every hotel housekeeping card in the world. It's also the color of stain detection: blood, makeup, food, body fluids, all of which become a checklist the housekeeper can run in 15 seconds. But here is the third reason, and it turns a laundry decision into a marketing decision. White towels signal cleanliness instantly. Pure white means nothing has touched this fabric. The brain reads it as a fresh slate before the body even sits down on the bed. A study at Cornell measured the perception of room cleanliness across 1,000 hotel guests, and white linens beat every other color by 23% on the cleanliness rating. White is the color of clinical sterility. Doctors wear it. Spas use it. Bridal industries built their entire brand on it. The hotel borrows that signal for free, and the guest brings the assumption with them at check-in. Now layer those 3 things together. A colored towel costs more to wash. A colored towel hides bedbugs and blood. A colored towel reduces the perceived cleanliness of the room. So a hotel that picks colored towels pays more in laundry accepts a bigger pus detection liability, and lowers the cleanliness score that drives review site ratings. Every dimension of the calculation favors white. Every dimension. The decision becomes obvious for the same reason. A wedding dress is white, and a doctor's coat is white, and an iPhone box is white. The signal is doing free work for you, and the chemistry is doing free work too, behind the scenes in a basement laundry that nobody is allowed to see. So the next time you check into a hotel and reach for the towel above the toilet, remember, the towel is white because every dimension of running a hotel converges on it. The Bleach math in the basement. The bedbug grid the housekeeper runs across every linen. The cleanliness signal it sells you before you've even stepped on the tile. The towel is not a passive object you dry your hands with. It's the most engineered piece of fabric in your entire stay. And every other choice in the room, the lighting, the bed, the carpet, the curtains, is built around the assumption that the towel is white and the white towel is doing its job. Once you know that, every white towel in every hotel you've ever stayed in stops being a default and starts being a calculation. The bleach math in the basement that strips dye out of color but boils stains and pathogens out of white. The bedbug detection grid that lets a 19-year-old housekeeper triage a 200 room shift in under 4 hours by the same shade everywhere. The Cornell-tested signal that adds 23% to your perceived cleanliness score before a single thread has touched your skin. The free borrow on the cultural meaning of white. The bridal industry, the medical industry, the spa industry, the pure product packaging industry, all working overtime in your subconscious to convince you that the towel above the toilet is fresh and untouched in yours. None of that happens in beige. None of that happens in green. None of that happens in any other color. The white towel is the result of 3 different industries converging on the exact same answer for completely independent reasons. All of them economic, none of them aesthetic. You just never thought of the towel as engineered because it does its engineering invisibly. It just looks like a clean white towel hanging on a rack, and that's exactly what it was supposed to look like. If this kind of small decision, quietly shaping your daily life story, is your speed, there is a whole channel of stories like it. The reasons behind everyday objects you have stopped questioning. Subscribe so the next one finds you and quietly lands in your feed.